God is the way. Before the enemy named you victim, God named you warrior. This is not a song. This is a declaration. I was born into a war I didn't choose. Before I learned to walk, the enemy already had something to lose. See, the devil don't attack average, he attacks the call. He wouldn't waste his time on you if you weren't supposed to stand tall. I've been through fire, I've been through flood. I've come out the other side with purpose in my blood. Every scar on my back is a story of a battle. Every storm I survived proved the enemy just rattled. They said lie down, I said never. They said give up, God said weather. Every trial is just training for the mission. Every attack is confirmation of my position. I'm not running from the darkness, I was made for this. God didn't save me just to sit, he gave me for this. Warrior born before the world began, written in the book of heaven. Yes, I am. I was warrior born before the fight began, covered by the blood, held in God's own hand. Every battle lost has led me to this place, standing in the fire with a smile on my face. Warrior born, I don't run from the war, I was made for this. That's what I was created for. Heaven's army, I've got my orders straight. Warrior born, and the devil's too late. Ephesians 6 says, put the armor on, belt of truth, chest plate on, shoes and sword and gone, shield of faith to stop the arrows flying at my mind, helmet of salvation, I stay covered every time. But armor isn't passive, armor means you move. You don't put on weapons just to sit there and improve. The church was never meant to hide behind stained glass. We were built to take the kingdom by the way we outlast every principality, every power, every throne that sets us up high, thinking God has left us alone. He hasn't left, he's laughing at the schemes they lay. Every trap they set for me became the path he paved. I'm not the victim of my story, I'm the voice. Every time the devil pushed me, God revealed the choice. Rise or fall, warrior or slave, I choose to rise every single day. I was warrior born before the fight began, covered by the blood, held in God's own hand. Every battle lost has led me to this place, standing in the fire with a smile on my face. Warrior born, I don't run from the war, I was made for this. That's what I was created for. Heaven's army, I got my orders straight. Warrior born, and the devil's too late. You were not an accident, you were not on a stake, you were not put on this earth just to bend and just to brink. You were chosen before creation, you were named before the womb, you were written in the victory before he walked out of the tomb. So pick up what the enemy told you to leave behind. Pick up your purpose, pick up your peace, pick up your mind. Your war is real, but the outcome has been settled. You're not fighting for the victory, you're fighting from the metal. I was warrior born before the fight began, covered by the blood, held in God's own hand. Every battle lost has led me to this place, standing in the fire with a smile on my face. Warrior born, I don't run from the war, I was made for this. That's what I was created for. Heaven's army, I got my orders straight. Warrior born, and the devil's too late. The enemy knew what you were before you did. That's why he came for you so early. But God had the last word. He always does.